What to do, folks? It's part 2 to finding the God within. I know I'm looking crazy, and I look very much different than what I look like in part 1, because you know what I'm saying? I'm just feeling the vibe, so I'm just switching it up in the way that I feel it, okay? I know my outfit don't match, don't judge me. It's quarantine, I'm around the house, I do what I please, period, poo, okay? And I'm painting. This is what I got painted so far. I have no clue what I want to do with this, but purple and blue has just been the vibe. Okay? So let's paint. Let's just go into it and let's talk about life and finding the God within. All right, I need to meditate for a minute. Hold on. Let me pause the video and meditate. So this is the face that God gave me without any makeup. And you know, there's been this thing, you know, with me when I film videos. Sometimes I'm like, I want to put on makeup. I want to do this. I want to do that. Because you always want to be presentable to people. But the thing is that you never really know what people are expecting or what people want from you. And the thing is, you really shouldn't give too much of a shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, just give people whatever just kind of comes natural to you. And that's a part of finding the God within, you know. Before I get into it, I would like to let you all know that I do birth chart readings. So feel free to email me at s.island55@yahoo.com. If you're interested in knowing about your Venus, your Mars, your Mercury, whatever. I do birth chart readings and I love helping people. So email me to figure out more about yourself and also about your partner and whatever else. Okay, and I also have a second channel called Itty Bitty Black Alien. It's a channel where I express my fashion sense, my beauty, my art. It's a very artistic channel, and also it's also a channel for diet and health and things like that. So, you know, finding the God within, a huge part of that journey has something to do with authenticity. Okay, I'm gonna drink on that. And figuring out what feels right for you in your spirit. You know what I mean? And not ignoring what feels right for you. So many times in my life, you know, I have ignored what felt right for me. You know? And I don't really like talking about it because it makes me feel unaccomplished, but I still live with my mother, even though I'm 24. And I feel like a little annoyed by that because I'm not trying to be arrogant or anything, but I consider myself to be a very intelligent person. I've always made really good grades in school. I won an award in 7th grade for being one of the fastest readers in the entire 7th grade, not just in my class, but in the entire 7th grade. And so I don't know why I figure that has anything to do with me living with my mother, but I just feel like I'm very advanced at times for my age. You know, I'm 24 and I feel as though I know. I always say I don't know everything. There's so much that I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, the point that I'm trying to make is that finding the God within is not easy, but it is very necessary. And a lot of people will not feel a desire to find God in their lifetime. That is also a thing. A lot of people will not care. A lot of people will not think it is necessary. A lot of people won't even understand what the concept of God is, and it won't pique their interest, and they won't find God in their lifetime, and you have to accept that. And there's some people who have partners who they found God, but then their partners were left behind, and then they had to like break up. Stuff like that happens. And if you found God and your partner refuses to find God or laughs at you because you say you found God, you have to let that go. The process and the journey of finding God is imperative, is very important. You can't find God and then be with somebody that makes fun of you for finding God. And if you really truly found God, you wouldn't stay in that relationship. You know? So, that's also a thing. And so, sometimes spirit just like, okay, Sid, I got you. I'm going to speak through you. You just turn the camera on and do what it is that you do. And I got you. and I love spirit. Spirit is God. And I've been watching a lot of videos about people and feeling like crystals are like evil and tarot cards are evil and blah blah blah. And I definitely don't feel that way. I did make a video called why I stopped going to tarot card readers. But it's not because I felt it was evil. It was just because I personally have a freaking ego, and my ego wasn't ready to hear anything. My ego was like, do not tell me anything. I don't care. Blah, 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 blah. I don't want to hear it. My ego just wasn't ready to hear what the psychic had to tell me. So that's why I didn't want to do it. But I definitely don't think it's evil to do tarot card readings. I don't think it's evil to be a psychic because I'm a psychic, okay? I'm a psychic. I've been psychic ever since birth, and it's something that I can help. How is it evil to be something that God made you to be? God made me psychic. I can't help it that I have visions of my best friend when she was 5 years old. When I look into her eyes, I can't help it. I can't help it, okay? It's just what God created me to be. It just wouldn't make any sense for God to be against psychics when He made so many people psychic, and it's for a reason. But finding the God within is it's difficult when you have so many voices in your ear telling you what's important and what's not. And so many people will tell you finding God isn't important. So many people will tell you, what's important? Making money. Being financially stable. That's important. Like, what is God? What is God? What about money? People will tell you stuff like that. And you can't blame them. Some people, are just a product of their environment. Some people are just who they were brought up to be, and you can't really blame them for being who they were brought up to be. But you just have to pray for them, and I will tell you right now, I'm not 100% Christian. I'm just me. I don't discriminate against Christians. I don't discriminate against anybody. I'm just a star seed out here trying to be the best version of herself and trying to help other people to be the best version of themselves. Finding the God within requires alone time, a lot of alone time, and a lot of love for self. Finding the God within starts with love for self. You can't quite, by the way, this is what I'm working on. You can't quite find love for yourself if you're, beating yourself up, Love for self, finding love for self is not an easy process. Especially when you have people in your ear being negative towards you and telling you that you're not enough. Let me just stop all of this to say, you are enough. You are more than enough. And it is not a coincidence that you are hearing me say this right now. You are enough. You are beautiful from the inside out. And everything you dream of doing, you can do. All you have to do is believe in yourself. And it sounds very, very repetitive. You hear it all the time. But you hear it all the time for a reason. It's because it's true. And it needs to be heard. That's why it's always being said. Because it needs to be heard. You are beautiful and you try so hard every day. You beat yourself up about simple little things. Simply because you are not aware of how amazing you are. And simply because you're not aware of the positive vibration you give out to other people. People see you and they hear you speak and they really love who they hear and see. But when you look at yourself and evaluate yourself, you're judgmental and you're critical. And you deserve so much better than that. Because you're beautiful. Yes, you watching this video right now. You're beautiful. Simply because you just are. You don't have to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You don't have to do everything. All you have to do is just exist as the beautiful creature that God made you to be. And you are enough just like that, in that position. Hold it right there. Don't move. Just sit. Just be your beautiful self. And you are worthy of love. You don't need to be wealthy. You don't need to have a big house and nice cars and clothes. All you need is to be who you are, which is magnificent. And I love you. And I'm proud of you for staying here when you've had suicidal thoughts. For staying here and saying, you know what? What if I stay a little bit longer? What if I do something spectacular with the time that I'm given? Not only do I love you, but God loves you. Spirit loves you. The universe loves you.